Hello, beautiful people and fellow winers, and welcome to another episode of A Little Something, the number two, Wine About, with your hostesses, Siobhan Camille. Hello.
And Amy Show.
Where tips get real and we wine while we wine. It is third Wednesday, so it is Wine Wednesday, guys. The husband is working. He's at work. He's at work, y'all. For those talking the stage, just to make sure that one of us is married, the husband is at work. He's working.
My baby got 2 jobs, okay? 2 full time.
Oh, we got the man on the couch as our guy representative because, that's where we're at right now. And we gonna talk to him. This might be a trigger. Let me say this out the gate for those if you're listening on the podcast platform. Hey, nice to have you. Come on over to YouTube, catch these visuals. If you are on YouTube, let me say this right now. Any disrespectful comments will not be tolerated. Any trolling will not be tolerated because y'all probably not gonna like this man here because he's not the average type of joke when it comes to certain things. And neither is the husband from a lot of the stuff that we keep seeing on this here social of the media.
And we're going to talk about it today.
That's what we're going to talk about. Because I know that y'all seen them all, the Andrew Tates and the other dude. I don't speak of other than that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Or all of these other male podcasters who got so much hate to sing and slay at women. We also going to shout out some of the ones that speak with sense. Might be some hard pills to swallow sometimes as a woman, but they at least do it with love. So we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna address all of the range. So grab a glass of your favorite red, white, Pinot de Agua, and join us on the couch. Don't drink and drive, please. Y'all know.
And all that good stuff. Hey, y'all. Hey, I've got a productive week. This month is our red. Pink, not red. Red is next month. Our Pink October in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is also Domestic Violence Month. And if you are going through a domestic violent situation, there are hotlines and things like that. So I just pray and hope that you reach out to someone, tell somebody, get some help, get yourself out that situation. Yes, thumbs up, Instagram. Zoom. To the comment. So moving on for this Pink October, we are drinking wines that are pink. Duh. And if you are new here, then you know that this is the part of the show where we talk about the wine, well, at least introduce them. We'll talk about them at the end. So we like to call this our popping grapes experience. So each week we try a new wine. So we pop grapes like guys are. Yep. And Siobhan, let us know exactly what you're drinking for your popping grapes experience today.
A white Zinfandel Moscato.
Oh.
By Made and Vine, Behringer Made and Vine. Not a lot on the back. It just says that it leans toward the semi-dry side. Between semi-dry and sweet, it's more semi-dry. We'll see. That's it. We'll get to the ABV and all of that later.
Oh, okay. So you all have seen this brand. I'm pretty sure of it in your convenience stores, drug stores, liquor stores, wines and spritzer stores. This is a popular brand. It's called Sweet Bicotch. I literally just got it because I have had nothing from this brand. I look at this brand and I try not to, and I probably shouldn't because it might be a little biased. I relate it to the brand that we know drink.
Oh.
But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be judgmental. So I'm going to venture out and I'm going to try Sweet Bitch and see if we like the Sweet Bitch. And I do like the fact that it gives me the opportunity to say bitch several times. Because that's actually the name.
What's the name again? What's the name?
Sweet bitch. It's a sweet bitch. And I'm hoping that I can say it's a sweet bitch after I drink this. But this is a rosé Moscato. Oh yeah. So hopefully she's not a too sweet bitch.
I was gonna say she might be a super sweet bitch, in which case she might have a super sweet headache in the morning.
We'll see. Yeah, if I wake up in the morning, go.
Gonna be a bitch in the morning.
Literally. In the morning. Okay. I gotta be at work a little bit earlier tomorrow because it's a lot going on in my job right now. So here we go. Oh, and I should have did that, but I did. And this is happening. We're here now. Okay. So Marshall, man on the couch. Look, you got too many goddamn names.
Guy on the couch. The guy on the couch.
You said man.
Everybody need a man on the couch. I thought it said guy on the couch.
Okay, man on the couch.
Tell me what you want.
That's my DJ. You. Producer guy. Background manager. All of those names. We're going to put you on the hot seat today. Now, we do know that you do not speak for all men. In fact,
please make the disclaimers right now so people...
We do know that you do not speak for all men. We do know that you speak for yourself. However, we're going to put you on the hot seat today. Y'all, it's not really going to be too heavy. We just talking about like social media topics. You know, you hear the little gurus, mentors, podcasters, the He-Man, just people just be spitting stuff. Like they just be talking. You be like, what? And y'all know our dear hostess of the mostest likes to go back and forth with people. So that's kind of what brought this topic on. Like, it's like, we're just going to run off different topics and just let's see what another guy thinks about it. So Siobhan, I'm going to let you take the first topic. We're gonna do 4 topics. Let's try to hit 4 topics. So you do 2, I do 2. You go first.
I have a topic. I just have a general question. So I've been sending for background for like probably the past 6 months. I have opened his eyes to various things that women experience and see. So I guess, what have been your reactions from the beginning? Because I know when I first brought certain things to you as far as like women, supposedly we are told we lose our value once we hit 30, definitely after 35, just go jump off a cliff if you single and not with no kids. We are told our value and whatever is our genitalia. We are told all of the things that we as women, we know what it is. And I know when I brought this to you initially, you were like, I don't know any guys that think like that. Like those weren't my friends. And so I said, good, I'm glad people around you were better counsel and had good damn sense to take each woman as an individual and not lump them all together. But here's the proof and the pudding. So they say the proof in the pudding. Here's all of the pudding, the chocolate pudding, the vanilla pudding, the pudding. Here it is. So in these past 6 months of seeing the pudding and the trash and the poo and the everything else.
The raisins in the pudding.
The raisins in the pudding. What has been your reaction? Like, is there anything that you learned? Anything? Your thoughts. What's your thoughts?
All right, my first thought is, let me pour just a tad bit more. We even go down this road.
I'm really starting to feel away. You know that every time when I ask a question, the guy...
No, let me tell you. I'm starting to feel away because I feel like I'm going to be canceled and challenged behind my answer. So I figured let me go ahead and take...
I promise you.
But I haven't even gotten started. I already feel like I'm going to be canceled. So whatever. I don't care. All right. So first off, I don't know where the hell y'all dudes came from.
Who raised you?
Who raised you?
Where was you at?
Here's the thing. If that's the mentality that you have for your household, you are perfectly entitled to that. Your household. Everybody is entitled to whatever mentality they're going to have for their household. It's theirs. All right? Can some of the things be extremely questionable? Yes, when it comes to kids and abuse, things of that nature. But if that's in your household, that's in your household. I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for all men. I feel like I don't know where they got some of this information from. I don't know who set the standards for this. The whole traditional concept has created a very aggressive man towards all women.
I won't say all. We're not gonna say all women.
Not towards all women, but when they speak, they're speaking to all women when they say what they say.
That's true. They are speaking the truth.
So they become extremely aggressive towards all women as soon as they open their mouth. The traditional woman is supposed to do this, 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 and this. I grew up in the era, was like, hey, baby girl, let me holler at you real quick. That's the era that I grew up in, and that's not what I'm seeing. And it's like some of the comments and some of the posts make me feel like if you were face to face with these females, you're ready to swing. You know, literally, like, just it's extremely aggressive. And I'm not saying that a man doesn't need to be aggressive. You damn sure can't be timid all the time. You're not going to survive. But my thing is
not to a woman.
Not to a woman, but or to a man.
Or to right.
Or to
in life. You can't be timid. Or you gotta have gotta be able to balance that thing.
But the thought process makes no sense on a lot of the posts, and they don't hear themselves. Should the man be head of the household? Traditionally, yes. Should it be a shared concept? Absolutely. I think both parties need to be in agreement with, hey, look, man, I'm going to give you the ultimate say-so, but we have to discuss this. Cool. That's what it is. If you can't lead, don't.
That was so straightforward.
Yeah.
Don't even try. Just have a seat.
Have a seat. Have several seats.
Hey, look, it is what it is. And they come out here, alpha man and masculine man and whatever. I'm a man, try me. I swear to God, you can see these hands in the streets. That's where I've been and I lived it. All right? I don't need to go out here and walk to the left man, to the right man and say, hey, I'm an alpha, I'm a beast, I'm a this. I don't care. I really don't. I go out here, I work my ass off. I have my own house, I have my own car. I got kids, I got responsibilities. I handle the shit that I'm supposed to handle. That's what I do. Label me whatever you want, don't care. I don't have to come on social media and flex about it. I don't come on social media and talk about, hey, Michelle, if your husband is any type of man, he needs to be out there. He needs to do this, this, and this. And you're supposed, I don't have that time. I don't care. I don't care.
He said, nope, above my pay grade. That has nothing to do with
I got enough stuff to worry about that's on a regular basis in my life. And if you have that much time on your hand, I can't see how you have a wife or kids or household.
Well taken care of, at least.
Yeah.
There was a podcast that I watched, and everybody was sitting around, flexing, shooting shit, whatever. And there's one guy that they invited on there. I mean, clearly you can see the man works out in the gym. Clearly you can see he had his own opinion about everything, and I don't think they really liked what he had to say because they was like, as an alpha man, as this, and the first thing he said was, I don't really know enough about the alpha man. I'm here because I know Trey. He invited me here. I just made up the name. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was like, I'm kind of here because he invited me here. We friends. And Trey, we gonna say that's his name, popped up, was like, yeah, man, because I see you and I see how you handle your woman and I see how you handled your household and I see because you do this because you're an alpha man, you strong. He was like, I don't know nothing about that. I work, I take care of the house. Granted, I have the ultimate say-so in my house, but it's after a discussion. And it's after we've gone over what's best for the house. I don't just say it's this and that's what it's going to be, at least not without taking into consideration the kids and my wife. It is a partnership. Yes, I'm the man of the house. I do get ultimate decision, but that's because we agreed upon it. And he's like, and I had to build to get that trust. That's not how we started.
And that's the part. That's the part. So
there's two parts to that. Just real quick, I just want to let me read.
Okay.
My thing is this. Number one, to his point, something he said earlier about back in the day, dudes used to be like, hey, baby girl. Men approach women softer. I'm not saying that every woman you approach softly is going to respond softly. I'm not saying that. Because every woman is different, every personality is different. But what I am saying is you definitely are not going to catch all that. You're going to catch more flies with honey, period. So if you're sitting up here, a lot of these guys I see aggressive, a woman needs to submit. For example, it's a choice. And we are in 2023, y'all. This is the 21st, 22nd century. You cannot berate and force a woman. And I keep seeing so many guys talk about women use the stuff that men invented and X, Y, and Z. Yes, we do. And the men out here saying this are a lot of Black men. And let me be very frank and hurt somebody's feelings. Please understand that a lot of y'all sound like the white men y'all talk about. Because I've seen a lot of white dudes say, I mean, Black people using stuff, but white people invented it. That's what you sound like. You just sound like the misogynistic version instead of the racist version. Black people using phones, but white people did. Y'all, that's what it sounds like. That's what it comes off as, going to be honest. The other part, so again, a lot of it to an extent is also the energy you give. And again, not saying every woman you approach softly is going to respond softly, especially not a lot of people come to the table with trauma and everything else, but at least give that a shot. And to his last thing about the man develop trust, his wife developed trust in him. Trust takes time to build. And let most of the men I've heard say it, trust, respect, and love are earned. Well, then it's earned from women too. It's not just handed to everybody. And if it were just handed to everybody, that would be a problem. Let's be serious.
Nope.
All right, I'm passing to you, Sissy. That's my response. That's all I have.
So I therefore be on social media, and the one social media podcaster, they had women, young ladies, and I use that term loosely.
Okay.
On the show, and they asked them, well, what do you bring to the table?
Oh, we know that's a trigger question for you. Yeah. We know that's a trigger question for you. Don't ask me.
So when you hear podcasters or people, not even podcasts, like just in regular life, regular, it could be office chit chat. And a guy says, oh, I don't know what women bring to the table, because anything a woman can bring to the table, I can purchase. I can purchase a maid to clean my house. I can purchase a nanny to take care of my kids. I can get sex from a prostitute, which is illegal, but that was a whole other thing. And I was like, that was done that point in scratch just because you said prostitute, but whatever. I'll let you have it for sake of argument, but just know you probably should have said that. So I don't need you for sex. So what I need you for? What is your thoughts on that whole topic, just in general? And I know it's a lot, because that's a lot to unpack. And like you said, that is a trigger for me. But I'm gonna let you, because you the man on the couch.
Yeah, you the man on the couch, because I got
I told you I was gonna put you on spot a little bit. My bad, bro.
The question asking me is what is it?
We're just looking for your thoughts and reactions.
Just your thoughts and reactions. Like when you hear the conversation topic of, well, what you bring, what does a woman bring to the table?
Oh, all right.
And this being the response that the man can just buy all this stuff.
Okay. All right. So let's be real. All right. If you're looking for nothing, you can get nothing. If you're looking for sex, you can get sex. Get it anywhere. If you're looking for a babysitter, you can get a babysitter. If you're looking for someone to have a kid with, let's be real, you can find somebody to have a kid with. So it's not that his statement is wrong, but what are you looking for becomes the question. Every man is going to look for something different. All right. Man that has every dollar in the world to spend ain't looking for somebody to come in the house working. He's looking for somebody to come in the house for something on a different level, possibly emotional support. If he's got every dollar in the world, he doesn't need a cook. He needs a companionship. So you're not buying. I don't know if you can buy a companionship or not. It's going to be generic.
Sugar babies are a thing.
Yeah.
Sugar babies are.
But it's not genuine.
So right, it's not genuine. So the question becomes.
That's the way I was like.
Right. So the question becomes, what are you looking for? You know, I'll put it like this. Yeah, I can go out here and find sex with a random person, and it's like masturbating with somebody else's body. Because there's no connection. That's what it is. But it's nothing like having an intimate, a sensual and sexual intimate moment with somebody that you are vibing with. There's somebody that you love with your spouse. So that's going to be different anyway. You can go out here and pay for babysitters if that's the thing you're looking for, somebody in the house with the kids. Are you getting good quality babysitter? Are you getting somebody that's learning your kids, or are you just paying them money to be there for a couple hours while you run and do whatever it is you got to do? I mean, all these things, yes, you can buy it, but like you said, it's not genuine. You're not getting the genuine connection. You're not getting, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not getting a wife. You're not getting
that intimacy, that connection. Like you said, that companionship, the relationship.
Right.
That part is
so
missing.
The question becomes, what is it that you're looking for? Because that's going to vary upon, what guy you are, what household you have.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. Like, I'm not saying I'm out because I just want to hear.
I'm just saying
from
because
a dude. No, because honestly, we hear so much back and forth about topics like this. Topics about how women should accept cheating. That's another one that we gonna hit you with. We hear so many things from men on what we should accept and how we have to prove ourselves. So I just want to hear from another regular, everyday man. Like, look, this real life, not the stereotypical, I'm saying this to get views, or if I'm challenged, I can't really back this up. Or I'm saying this because this is what I'm programmed to hear. Like, I want to know real people thoughts, real people thoughts, reactions, and how people process this, because it's other people out there who hear this stuff, and they're hearing this stuff, especially young people, for the first time, and they hear the extreme of one side, and they hear the extreme of the other, but the smaller voices of reality are not heard because the other people are so loud. So, and that's why I'm asking you these things, because, we regular people, we get up every morning, we go to work, we come home, cook, clean, homework. Like, we have a weekend that's really not a weekend, it's a weekday. We regular people, we counting money, making sure, and at some point, maybe, real tight budget. Wait, I can't pay you, but I can pay you, and, you grow. Like, real people, real life shit. So, and that's why I asked that question, because I just want that. Like, why is this a thing, but what do regular people think?
Because to the fellas who feel that way, I think the problem is also with podcasts that I've seen is you have the guys. I'm thinking of a podcast in particular. You bring on women that don't agree with you, and then you overtalk them. So
you silence them.
So what was the point of having them on? Because you're not really looking to change your mind. You're not really looking to have a logical exchange. Honestly, y'all are looking to be emotional. Period. And men can feel however they want to feel about that little old word right there. That's what it is. And I'm not saying
Y'all
that's
some
the problem,
emotional creatures.
but y'all emotional creatures too, because a lot of this stuff that you say is based on emotion. Because you don't feel validated. You don't feel respected. You don't feel appreciated. And you may not be, but that's a feeling. What I'm going to say to the whole bring to the table, here's the fun. Can I tell you the funny part when you were saying all of that this dude said? Because women have said the same thing. I think that's what kills me is, men, a lot of men say that type of man is the same type of man to be like, see all these women out here talking about, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. You literally basically just said the same thing. You basically just said, I don't need a woman because I can go get this. I can go buy a maid. I can get a maid. I can get a cook. I can get this. I can get this. Here's the thing. A woman can literally say, this is 2023, y'all. A woman can literally say the same thing, and she could have for years. The same way that you can hire a chef, so can she. The same way that you can go get some Applebee's, so can she. The same way that you can hire a babysitter, so can she. The same way that she can take her car to Valvoline, so can you. There may be places where she may end up paying more in certain things because you may be like, yo, I'll just fix the car myself. But it was funny because I saw a reel today and it made me laugh. And it was like when you're just used to doing it by yourself. And it was a couple and it was a woman. She was under the sink and her dude came in the kitchen, saw her under the sink and tapped her leg and basically was like, get up and move. And so he fixed the sink. She was going to take the trash out. He grabbed the trash from her. They were at Target, I guess, getting like a stroller.
Oh, was that the one when you mad at your spouse, but you still care?
No. This was a different one.
Okay.
This one was when you're used to doing it by yourself.
Okay.
And it was this woman, she was under the sink, fixing the sink, and her husband came in and tapped her knee and said, get up. So he did the thing. They were going and they were at Target. She was getting a thing down and she went to go get the stroller down and he like stopped her and she walks under his arm and he got the stroller, put it in the cart and then shook his head at her. She was outside at the car about to try to change the battery and he came out and was like, and she was like, and left. She had the trash in her hand, about to take it out. But the thing is with that, that's real because a lot of this is at this point, y'all, it's not even about gender roles. And I think so many men are clinging to that.
Because it's the only thing that had left at this point.
And the truth of the matter is, and I understand that, but y'all have to understand at this point, it's just adulting, man. It's adulting.
Period. It's just
adulting because we are no longer, people talk about traditional culture. Understand that culture is a lifestyle. It's not a diet. You know what I'm saying? Like, dieting is not like, it's a lifestyle. It's something you're born into. It's something you grow up in. We are not of the culture that women can't adult on their own at this point.
Yeah.
Women can have a bank account. Women can go grocery shopping by themselves. Women don't have to leave, can leave their house by themselves. Women can drive cars. Women can go hire somebody to come in their house and fix stuff and don't have to wait for their husband to be home to fix it. This is our culture. It's a culture of adulting. Everybody wants you on your own. You on your own. It's adulting. That's why and I saw a dude who was like, yo, men don't want women to cook and clean. Arguable, because I've also heard men say the complete opposite. Not the other part. But I got his specific point was, again, bring more to the table than that, because that's adulting. But here's the thing. I expect a dude to be able to cook. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to my ex, this one, everybody before. Because it's not that I can't, I don't want to.
I don't like it.
I lived on my own for 10 years. I can cook to get me through. My stuff is edible to me, and that's really what matters, because I survive. And I'm fine. But I don't want to. I love cleaning. But I don't, that, I think the whole thing that we all have to come to understand in terms with, at this point, it's not about gender roles, it's about adults. So the same way a guy can sit up here and say, oh, I can get a chef, I can get this, I can hire a woman for all of these things down to sex. a woman can literally turn around and say the same thing.
Yeah, I can
So
hire
the
a guy to
way
fix
that
my
a woman
car.
is saying,
I can hire a person to change my oil. I can hire a plumber. I can hire an HVAC. I can hire, X, Y, Z. Complete, same thing. Oh, if she wanted to, I can get my bills paid. Like for real. Like if that's what it was. But again,
and with YouTube, y'all, even all of the typical man stuff, your girl sitting on the
we
couch,
already teaching our daughters. See, this is the
I
problem.
can change your battery.
Because we're teaching our daughters.
Yeah.
And I literally just had this conversation with my child. I was like, you are a young lady. Okay? Yes, I want you to live your soft life because that's what we have pretty much raised you in. Living your soft life, being a female. However, I have not, nor have we shied you away from being independent. Meaning, you should know how to change your tire.
Yep.
When a guy comes in your life, you need to make sure he knows how to change your tire. Or he has the ability, that's not his forte, that's fine. But at any given moment, if your tire goes flat, he can get it fixed. And you should have that same ability. Either you change it or you should have it in your account where you can
I got
get
AAA. You hear me? I got AAA.
And I said you should always have but these are things that I'm teaching my young lady. Not only was my daughter in the car, so was my son. And I told him that goes for him too. If you get a female, let's say something happens and you can't get to her right away, she should be able to change the tire. Or at least follow instructions enough to change the tire or to get to a safe place. There should be a line of communication. So the same thing I'm teaching my daughter, I am also teaching my son. But I need for us to understand, like she said, that is called being an adult.
Being an adult. You have to know these things for your own survival. And this is let's be real, this is domestic abuse month. With the amount of domestic abuse towards women and especially Black women, you gotta figure out how to be independent and stand on your own. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. Okay. So
you can join in the dialogue first.
I'm gonna just join in. I'm gonna just hit you with my last one, which is what I just said. What you be thinking when people be like, women should just go ahead and just accept the fact that that man just gonna cheat and it's gonna be okay and don't leave him anyway?
How do you feel when people say a woman should just accept cheating because the man gonna cheat anyway?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, man or woman, you're dumb to accept anything that you're not comfortable with. You're not comfortable with it, don't accept it. If it's cheating, don't accept it. You accept it once, you're going to accept it again, and so on and so forth.
I would leave that statement.
I
disagree with that statement.
What?
If you accept it once, you're going to accept it again and again.
You're subject to accepting it again. In other words, it's going to present itself again. And now you're going to cross the road and be like, okay. And how many times are you going to okay it? Because
that part. That's the part. That's why I say I don't believe it.
How many times are you going to okay that? If you have an open situation, that's what you're cool with. Oh, that's your prerogative, not mine.
But that's not cheating at that point. Do you think that's cheating at that point if it's open?
I don't know.
I don't think it's cheating. I mean, they've come up with the whole ethically non-monogamous. So no, it's just an open relationship at that point. But
right, so that's what I'm saying. So then that's not cheating. So that's
if
not what we're
talking about. If that person cheating, you're allowing them to be open on that side, whether you are or not. So it's become a half-open situation.
This half.
Yeah, cup half full, half empty, same thing. So, I don't think you should be forced to that. I wouldn't force anybody to that and wouldn't want to be forced into that. I can't agree with that statement.
Yeah, so what I was saying was how people be like, oh, I am a firm believer of fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, little bitch, you deserved it. Because you stayed.
Right.
Y'all, my lashes coming off. That's why I asked what I asked. That's why I made the statement. Because it's like, okay, let's say, scenario, you get married. 6 months into your marriage, you find out your husband has cheated.
Or your
Girl's
wife
pregnant.
in your situation.
Girl's pregnant. Girl tells your wife.
Well, if this isn't his situation, this would be the wife.
No, I'm just saying scenario.
Oh, okay.
This is the scenario. You're married, 6 months in. Okay, this is the scenario, not your
And that's what I said, because if this is his scenario.
because you're not a girl. No,
He's not a girl.
The
Like,
scenario. I was like, wait a minute, Michelle, that don't sound right. Go back. I had to catch up. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I'm slow. It's okay. I'm admitting it. The scenario is that the person is married. The wife finds out that the husband is cheated. It's been 6 months. She decides to stay. The husband then cheats again. If she decides to stay, and she and according to the to social medias, she should stay. Because,
especially if they got kids, apparently.
you know,
Especially if they got kids. You don't go nowhere.
you don't go nowhere.
Your life is the kid. You're not a woman
She should
anymore.
still
Just a mother.
stay, and she should accept it. But this what happened. She stayed the second time too. 6 months after that, the husband finds out that she cheated after his second time. What should he do?
What should he do?
Mm-hmm.
Set his ass there with it too. He did it twice. He did it once, but set his ass there and take it like a man.
And that's the funny part. That is the funny part. We always talk about take it like a man or whatever, what have you. But whenever it comes to cheating, it becomes a whole nother thing.
It's emotional. Men get emotional because men go, oh, nah, I can't be with no chick that cheated on me. You're not about to tell me that another dude done been all up on your inside, busting your gut or whatever, and I got to come back after him, or nah, she out. I'm good. So was goose good for the goose, not good for the gander?
Oh.
That's a sensitive subject. Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about it.
That's why we talking about it.
That's what I'm talking about. What's your
thing
thought?
is, so a friend of mine, they've been married now for a while. When they first got married, it was a quick. I don't ever think her and her husband was boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't think they were ever that. I think they was fresh into the marriage. And he messed up big time. But he went to her and was like, yeah, I messed up. No, I messed up. I don't understand marriage. I'm used to what we've been doing. And so I went and did this, which beforehand would have been fine, but it's not now. We 2 months in, I didn't realize like I did it and I'm cool. And he was like, I did it, I was cool, I ain't think about it afterwards. And on my way to you, I realized, well, we whole married. Oh no, we married. You know what I mean? Like, and it dawned on him. It was one of those, and he went to her and he was like, so I'm telling you this because I don't want this to end. And I'm going to use better judgment from now on because I just wasn't thinking about it. This fresh, this new. I'm 2 months in. This situation didn't present itself before it presented itself. I jumped into it and didn't think about it. Oh, shoot. Do I really know how to swim? Was I supposed to swim it up? Oh, there's a sign that said don't swim in the water. Shoot. I swam in the water. And he told her this because she said, I'm going to go do the same thing. He said, okay. She said, okay. But this our one time, right? But we fresh. We knew what it is. I don't want this to be what the relationship is about. I came to you because I know I messed up and I know we're going to have to get past it. So she was like, so you're giving me a pass? And he was like, I don't necessarily know if that's what that is, considering I took one without asking for permission.
See, that is a very mature person. We're not talking about them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, again, who do I deal with? I told you, I don't know these social media dudes.
I get it. We're not talking about them.
I don't know this. Them. All I remember is this, and I remember because he called me talking about it because he was like, I messed up and I have to give my wife a pass to go mess up. I said, okay, how did we get here? And he told me, and I was just like, he was like, great. I didn't think. It was on my plate. I ate the plate before I realized I wasn't supposed to. I got
a question though. Just speaking in this situation, I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off. Okay, yes, I get it. Freshly married. Hello. I got married like that. Get it.
Right.
But before that, they was in a relationship.
No, they were never boyfriend, girlfriend. They were friends. They were friends for 8 years.
And then they just up and got married?
Up and got married. Surprised the shit out of everybody. Up and got married, but hadn't really, so they didn't have the period. He was like, yo, he'd been dealing with her for 8 years.
Nah, they was fucking.
They kind of had their own, huh?
They was fucking. Nope. I don't need it.
I mean, nobody said they were platonic friends.
Oh no, they had their own things going on. He was like, I always had my one that I dealt with. She always had her one that she dealt with, and we
but
never.
But then them two decided to get married. They were stupid.
They were what?
They're stupid. They shouldn't have did that like that. They set themselves up.
Here's the thing.
They were glutton for punishment. Like that was bound to happen.
Here's the thing. 13 years now?
They've been married 13 years.
Now, yes.
13 years, and he was like, his regret was this. He said, I should have dated her before because we didn't set any ground rule. We just jumped in the pool together like, you swim? I think I swim. You swim? I might. Yeah, well, let's try this out. And so he was like, the only thing that I told her is this. I said, nobody in the neighborhood and no friends. You do what you do. You get it out your system. Trust and believe where I went, it's not going to come back to us.
But it wasn't even in her system. So now I feel like now you planted something that wasn't there.
I'll say this. I think it's this. I think it all depends on the people involved, and I think that's what always needs to get taken into account. What I will say is, I think that situation shows, for the man side, I think that situation shows maturity, high level of maturity. Absolutely. But I also feel like it shows, I think where a lot of men mess up, people in general, when we talk about men, mess up is the refusal to put the ego aside for the betterment of the relationship. I saw something today that was like this woman talking about with these guys, and she was talking about women need to give grace to men. Women ask for grace that they would never extend to men. And we want men to deal with our baby daddies. We want men to deal with our bad attitudes. We want men to deal with all that stuff. But then we don't give them the same grace, even though they put up with more stuff than we do. We don't deal with baby mamas. We don't deal with egos. We don't deal. And see, that was my thing. And of course, the dudes in the comments, and of course these dudes, because they're those type of dudes, were just like, Q to pick me, Q, everybody calling her pick me in 3, 2, 1. And then I don't get involved in all the name slinging, pick me, stamp, all that foolish beta crap. My thing is this. If she really feels that way, then that's how she really feels. Supposedly, whatever. The funny part to me was kind of a twofold thing. Number one, I think a lot of women and men, because men do this on the other side, that feel like they say these things that they know men want to hear. Yeah, to get picked and chosen. I'm gonna be honest. Now, if that's how you really feel, though, then okay, you really feel that way. But the problem with a lot of this social shit, you can't back it up with stats or facts. You can't. You cannot really factually say women give more grace than men, or men give more grace than women. You really can't say that on a blanket and a whole. You can't, because anything that's social is a survey. And people lie. There was this whole thing on YouTube recently that this guy said something about, it was a woman, I guess, who said that she had 35 sexual partners. And she was 31. She was 31.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it was funny because in the comments, people talking about this big, that's high, that's high. You, of course, had women who were like, it's not really that high if you think about it. You had a guy, even. And this was the guy was like, the guy did the math. And y'all know I love math, so I appreciate him for that. The guy did the math, and he was like, let's assume he started at 18. It's 2.6 guys a year. It's really not that much. It's 2.6 guys a year. Like, really? And they're like, that's still a lot. It's not if you take into account that a year is 12 months. You're talking 2.6 people. So let's round up even and say 3. In 12 months. It's not a lot. If you were like, she feels like relationships, and so you weren't in a relationship. You can be in a relationship. You can have
you got 12 relationships, 24 relationships in 12 months.
You can. And even if you want to do a long term, you can be with somebody a year, take a moment of celibacy, and then go crazy out here, like a new dude a week for like 3 weeks. That's 3 dudes right there. And then you sit on your hands for another year. Like, it can be done. But the thing about it has always been this double standard. And again, but I say that because in the comments, the guys were like, the average person has had sex with 4 to 8 people.
Oh, that's
like you're assuming.
Do you know how many people in college people literally blank out their college years because they don't want to talk about the sexual encounters that they had in just the 4 years of college. And most people spend more than 4 years in college.
Listen, again, and my statement to him was, you're assuming those people are telling the truth. Because all of this stuff comes from surveys. And first of all, surveys usually only go to like 1,000 people. That's considered a great survey. So you have 1,000 people answering for what, like 45 million? The sample size is too damn small. Like, it's just, if you're not feeling well, just don't fit.
So I'm trying to.
So you ruining my good shot.
Nice. Y'all have to choose me.
It's fine. You've been working all day. I could have done this without you, is all I'm saying.
It just popped up.
Okay. All right. Well, we don't lost the man on the couch, so it's just me. Hey, the thing is, you could have been like 4 to 8 assumes everybody's telling the truth. Everybody's not necessarily telling the truth. So no. And that's what any of these social surveys. Excuse me. So you're never gonna be able to say, you're never gonna be able to say truthfully, more men treat women with grace or this, that, and the third. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Did it seem pick-me-ish to me? Yeah, a little bit, not gonna lie. But if that's how she really feels, then that's how she really feels. But it was just the way it was presented just seemed like you're trying to get validation. But if you really think that, then, because to your point, so women don't deal with men's egos. And when you say, y'all deal with more stuff than we will, what stuff? Like, that's my other question. That was my next question. What exactly do men deal with that women don't do?
Because this is the thing about that. When you said, specifically her comment, when she said, they deal with baby fathers. If he's a baby father, that means you're a baby mother. Yep. So anybody who you're dealing with, he has, anybody he's dealing with,
there's
she has to deal with you.
There's a counterpoint.
So that's the same. Our emotions. Men have emotions. What makes you think these men not emotional? You know that toxic masculinity thing? That is literally just men being emotional. Or the lack of them being able to express the different emotions that they're feeling. But they have emotions just like we do. They have mood swings just like we do.
They have better attitudes, dear.
Just like we do. So we're the same.
And that was the issue.
The ego. So you telling me women don't have egos? We don't have pride?
That's what she's saying is men have to deal with they deal with women. What'd she say?
But that's what I'm okay. So you're saying men don't have egos, they don't have pride, they don't have things that they have to work through. Because if that's the case, then we wouldn't really have as many domestic violence cases that we have with men beating on women because they can't handle their emotions, because their pride was broken, or they're insecure. Yeah, no. So
Yeah,
it's just the men that deal with this coming from us. We don't deal with that coming from them.
And it's not, my thing is this, when she said that, I was like, you realize it's actually more dangerous, because it made me think our HR director, her daughter was killed last year by the father of her child. There's a woman that recently in London, a man brought her flowers. Her ex-boyfriend brought her flowers to try to make up with her. She said no, he killed her with a machete. Another woman recently, and I don't know all the details, but it ended with a man hitting her in the face with a brick. Because that
was a lie. I know
that was a lie.
That was a lie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It came out that girl had.
Here's what I will say: while that specific case may have been a lie,
there have been other situations where it hasn't, like the young lady, like the young lady who had acid thrown on her face because she wouldn't give the person their telephone number.
Or the group of women who were sitting at a cafe outside and a man came up, asked them for their phone numbers. They said no, he went back to his car and shot the place up. Like, please understand that I guess that was, and I'm not saying it to say women deal with worse than men per se. What I am going to say is, though, when you talk about that, women are largely put in a place of being in danger more. And it's been proven. There was a guy, and then blamed for it. I will never forget years ago when this girl went to a club, was with her boyfriend, was with the father of her child. They were together, cohabitating. Were they in a relationship? They were in a relationship, though they were not married. A dude approached her while the boyfriend was out over somewhere else, asked her out. She turned him down. He killed her. And the response everybody had was, well, she was a mom. She should have been at home. Stop it. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. There's also this notion that once women have children, they are nothing more than mothers.
They're nothing more than mothers.
It's absurd. It is absurd.
However, but in the same breath, they'll say, but if you're a mother, you still got to be a wife to the husband. Wait, but you just said I'm only a mother. So where did this other thing come from? Like, what? You know, you want the lady in the streets and the freak in the bed.
But if my only identity is a mother and all that I should be concerned with is being
either one of those matter.
Is raising children, and all of that doesn't matter. Because I don't have any wants and desires. So I guess my thing is this with all of these dudes on social media, and I wish the guy, I wish the husband was here, he didn't have to work, and this other one was not feeling sick. But all of the stuff that's being said on social media from a lot of men out here is not helpful. And if you are one of those passport bro people, because I see a lot of them in the comments, this is why we getting our passport, and Asian men don't want you, and white men don't want you, and black men don't want, and all of these things, then go be happy. Because let me tell you what it sounds like to me. You really don't believe this. Because I also had a dude that responded to one of those comments tell me that black men were the second most desirable for marriage. I'm not even going to address completely that. What I am going to say about that is this. If that's the case, then why care so much, as I asked the dude on Bumble weeks ago, why care so much what black women do? Why care so much what women do? If you really, because at that point, it becomes a thing about control. Why do you care? If your thing is, ladies, y'all better, I see these comments all the time. Ladies, y'all better get together before y'all end up alone. Why did you care if I end up alone?
If that's so true, why still so many single black men? And you're not going to tell me it's because they don't want to be there.
That becomes the other thing, too. If it's so much of this passport bro stuff, why are more of y'all married? Because the passport really doesn't cost that much. And if you really want to go passport it up. Go to these countries, chill, enjoy, have a great time. Go find a wife. But y'all are not there to find wives.
Right.
If we being honest.
You're not there to find a companion. You're not there to find intimacy. You're not identifying any of that. That's not why y'all going over there. Y'all not going over there to start a family. That's not what you're looking for when you go there, passport bro. But see, we're not dumb. We know.
Or even because y'all passport bros are nothing but an extension of military men. And a lot of them got kids in other countries. But guess what they did with those kids, like they do with the kids here? They left them. They left them, period. Y'all can feel how y'all feel. They left them. They left them. That child, that half-Black child is being raised by his Vietnamese mother, his Korean mother, his Japanese mother, his Taiwanese mother, his Thailandish mother, his
and
Bengali
ridiculed by
mother.
all the other men because they know.
Yeah.
But you know, go, passport bro, go.
And let me tell y'all what. Black women don't have really an issue with y'all being passport. I'm not gonna speak for every Black woman. Let me say this. A lot of Black women don't have an issue with y'all being passport bros. Get your passports and go. Just go quietly. That's the issue. If you want to leave, leave. You know what? This is what it is. I'm gonna say, and this, I'm done. I swear I'm done. Because I literally said this to the man on the couch a while ago. You know what these dudes remind me of? They remind me of the guy in high school who said he couldn't stand the high school. I hate Baxter High. This place is trash. The food is trash. The administration is trash. My teachers are trash. The principal's trash. Hated it. The whole 4 years he was there, sophomore to senior year, couldn't stand it. Had so much to say, so much to say. After he graduated, left, said he was leaving. He left. And what did he do when he got to college? Followed Baxter High on Facebook to continue writing comments of how I hated this school when I went there. This school was terrible. If you in that school, man, you gotta get out. You gotta get out. When you get out, it's so much better. Spent 4 years of his college life doing it. Got out of college and spent his 20s on their Instagram page, in their Facebook, in their Twitter. Still living on, Baxter High was terrible. It was terrible. This is why I'll go. I'm so glad I don't go there anymore. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me.
So
you are a
you
40-year-old man. You are a 40-year-old man that got out of high school, and you've been hating on that high school since you were in high school. But you never left. But you mentally never left. You mentally never left. And matter of fact, you went through the effort of staying involved and engaged because you went and hunted their Facebook page down, all of their social media. You still on the newsletter. You getting the alumni stuff. You never told them to take you off the mailing list.
Let it go. Let it go.
That's all of these passport bros that are so loud and want to go. Black women are this, that, and third, and American women are trash, and all of this. That find themselves in these spaces that are talking about Black relationships. Why you here if you don't? But you don't.
Let us go.
Why you in a forum talking about Black relationships, but you don't hate Black women, don't like Black women, middle finger to Black women. We nasty bitches. We not sweet bitch. We not a sweet bitch. We a nasty bitch in here. But period. But you still in the spaces. Why? Let me tell y'all something. When I left high school, I left high school. Okay? Y'all, I'm out. There was a church I went to. When I left that church, I left. Okay? I left. I wasn't, all of my ex-relationships, unless we stayed friends, we don't talk. I don't have to hate on you. I'm not going to your page to stalk you and your new girlfriend or your wife or fiance. This is what y'all say. But because it sounds crazy, right? But that's what you think. It's the same thing. It's legit the same thing. I know y'all don't want to
I get it, but
it's the same thing.
Like, if we cool, we cool. Shannon, if we cool, I'm still welcome to go to your page. I might see a post in my timeline.
But what I'm saying is, it's the girlfriend, it's the ex-girlfriend you swore you couldn't stand because she was crazy, but you stalking her page and mad at her new boyfriend.
Let it go.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And people can hate me for that all they want, but it's the same.
And that's fine. And the only thing I have to say is, let it go. Let it go, let it go.
Yeah, let it go, man.
That's all I got, y'all. Y'all, and on that note, periodpointblank.com. We're going to say, oh, wait. Cheers to that. So, Sissy, it is that time for the wine review. Let us know your thoughts on your wine.
It didn't taste that dry for me. And maybe it was the Moscato. It says it's a semi-dry. It's closer on that side, like over here, but over here. And it wasn't to me. It was more on the semi-sweet side than semi-dry. It was okay. I liked it at the beginning. It definitely should be chilled. It's been sitting for a while, so that impacts. It's 10% alcohol by volume. It says it's bursting with juicy red berry and fresh watermelon aromas and lifted by a touch of sweetness. I think the watermelon's why I'm not really moved because I just don't like watermelon. Like I just don't. But the berry I do taste. Again, to me, it was more on the drier side. On the sweeter side. It was more on the sweeter side than the drier side. But it wasn't bad. I get it like a... Hold on. I'll take another sip. I don't know.
No. Question mark. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. Yeah, I give it like a 3.25.
Not oh.
I think it's also just because it's gotten a little warm and I'm just, like I say, not big on the berries. But yeah, so it's got red berry and fresh watermelon with some sweetness, even though to me it's more on the semi-sweet side than the semi-dry. It's 10% alcohol by volume. This will be a good summer wine. And I think that's why we're in the fall. This isn't really a good fall wine to me. It's summery. It's because of the berries and the fruit situation. No bubble. It's flat because the whole Moscato thing, but there are no bubbles. So yeah, good summer wine, but not really for the fall.
Okay. Well, this bitch nasty. Sweet bitch is sweet, but she is dry. This came from out of Chile. It is 12% alcohol by volume. This is not memorable to me. This to me definitely is thought juice. It's not the sweetest thought juice. So this bitch not that. She's sweet, but she's not that sweet. It has a tartness, kind of tart, kind of bitter, like lingering taste on the palate. Like, how some things might be like back here. No, it's literally just like right here on the front of the palate. And maybe that's what I don't like. I don't know. I'm not impressed. This is going to be a 1 for me.
You just need to stay out of South America. Your South America ain't been... Although, no, Poppy was from Italy. I don't remember.
Italy, yes.
So he was down.
Pop pie.
I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow that.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you for joining us on another episode of A Little Something to Wine About with your hostesses, Ty Michelle. Why was I about to say Siobhan Camille? What?
I don't know, but I'm me. Hello, y'all. I'm me. I'm on the side.
That's not my name.
It's not. No. Your whole name is French. Only my middle name is French. We're not the same. We're not the same. We are not the same.
Hi, Michelle. That's who my name is.
Yep.
And you is Siobhan.
Camille. All day. Absolutely.
I don't know what I was thinking. Y'all, clearly, I think I'm tired. It's some other stuff going on. I'm a little frustrated. Yeah. And that's legit all I got. Yeah, so y'all be sure to join us each and every week right here on YouTube at 12 Eastern Standard Time on your lunch break for more laughs, more fun, and of course, more wines. We go live every last Saturday of the month at 3 p.m.-ish. And remember, as always,
There's nothing wrong with a little one.
voila.